Peace. What's the word, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tap in with the kid, man. Hopefully, y'all got about an hour or so to chop it up with the kid, listen to the bill, add the 2 cents and all that good stuff. Y'all see the subject matter for the day, man. Something I got to talk about. It's a spin off of my short upload on Macy Gray, on the Macy Gray situation. If you're not familiar with that, man, we're going to build on it and we're going to add the 2 cents, man. We're going to further elaborate on that particular subject matter, man. And y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what community we talking to with this one. Kind of getting sick of them, but y'all know what it is, man. Trill, peace, what's happening? The good kid, peace, Miss Donnie, peace, Queen, what's happening? Hey, Miss Donnie, for sure. I'm starting to feel sorry for women out here, man. You know, I'm starting to feel sorry for my sisters out here, man. I remember back in the day when life was real simple. A man was a man, a woman was a woman. You was able to look and be like, that's a woman. You was able to look and be like, that's a man. Nowadays, you can't do that. People get offended. Somebody can wake up tomorrow and say, I identify as a woman and they a man, and now you gotta respect that. That's the world we live in. Waldron, peace, what's happening? Lindell, peace, what's happening? Montel, peace. Dare, peace, what's happening? I remember when everything was so simple, man. It was real simple back in the day. It was real simple. Now it's not necessarily that simple. You getting canceled for saying simple things like trans women are not real women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the key word is real. The key word is original. Like they not. So you getting, somebody like Macy Gray, they trying to cancel Macy Gray for saying that. Like that's weird, man. That's weird. Like all the problems that we got going on in this world, and y'all want to cancel Macy Gray because of that statement. That's what we be on. Waste of time if you ask me. Waste the energy if you ask me, man. Mr. Cambry, peace for sure. You already know. Airview, peace. What's happening? Miss Donnie, man, it's a lot of times, man, when I think we have hope as a society, then it's like I really start looking at things and I'm like, yep, nope. The best thing we can do is focus on ourselves and our immediate circle, like our cipher. That's it. Because the world, man, they got us, man. They got us good. Like they got us, we confused, we lost, like we brainwashed, we ignorant. I mean, it's bad out here. Deaf, dumb, and blind, as we like to call it. Nation of zombies. It's out here. It's real, man. They got us, man. It's so confusing out here. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. I feel sorry for the women. I feel sorry for the babies. I feel sorry for the men that embrace being men. Like we can't say nothing. If we say something, you know what I'm saying? We under fire. Like it's real out here in the field, man. It's real out here in the field. Dominique, my brother, appreciate you. For sure. We already know. Job 2025. Terenzo Akuma, peace. What's happening? All in deal. And it was already a joke, but now it's become even more a joke. But it was already a joke. But they canceling you for anything these days, man. They canceling you for anything. Canceling Macy Gray. What is the point? What is the point of trying to cancel somebody like Macy Gray? It don't even make any sense. It don't make any sense. Like we gonna cancel Macy Gray. What is Macy Gray gonna do to you? You know what I'm saying? Like really, this is ridiculous, man. Let me see, because y'all know I want to read what she said verbatim. Verbatim, man. Let me pull it up real quick. Let me pull it up. Shout out to everybody that's tapping in, man. Shout out to everybody that's tapping in. And then she already coming out having to say, I got nothing but love for the LGBTQ community. Like, Macy, don't even say that. Forget that community. You said what you said. Like, I hate it when they come out and they say this stuff. Talking about my statement was misunderstood. No, it was not misunderstood. It was not misunderstood, Macy. Like, they just want to be mad for no reason. I'm not coming out and apologize. If I say surgery doesn't make you a woman, I'm not about to come back and say, oh, my statement was misunderstood. No, it was not misunderstood. I said what I said and I'm standing on it. Like I'm standing on it. Like, come on, man. And if I'm not mistaken, the author, what's her name? J.K. Rowling. I think she was You know what I'm saying? She was fooling with what Macy Gray said. She was fooling with it. She was fooling with it big time. She was fooling with it big time. I want to find that. You know, J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter author and whatnot, man. She was fooling with it. She said she hold on, yeah. She said she bought Macy Gray's entire back catalog. You know what I'm saying? J.K. Rowling was like, she fooled with what's being said here. Shout out to J.K. Rowling, man. Shout out to J.K. Rowling. But let me see. Let me pull it up though. Let me pull up the actual statement. All right, here we go. Let's see. Look at that. She say, Macy Gray say, I will say this and everybody's going to hate me. But as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman. Sorry. She added, if you want me to call you a her, I will because that's what you want. But that doesn't make you a woman just because I call you a her and just because you got surgery. Somebody let me know what's wrong with what I just read. Goldie, peace, what's happening? I'm gonna read it again. I will say this and everybody's going to hate me. But as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman. Sorry. She added, if you want me to call you a her, I will because that's what you want. But that doesn't make you a woman just because I call you a her and just because you got a surgery. Please, somebody let me know what's wrong with what I just read. For all the women that's tapped in, what's is she right or wrong? I feel like she's right. And then again, let's read further. Surgery or finding yourself doesn't change that. Being a little girl is a whole epic book, you know, and you can't have that just because you want to be a woman. Let me read that one more time. Surgery or finding yourself doesn't change that. Being a little girl is a whole epic book, you know, and you can't have that just because you want to be a woman. Come on, man. And she said she doesn't think you should be labeled transphobic just because you don't agree. All the stuff we've been saying, but what did they label her? Soon as she disagreed. Like that's crazy, man. Like that's crazy. They went on to label her transphobic because of these simple and harmless statements. What did she say that was so harmful to the point where it's like we gotta cancel her? What did she say that was so destructive? Man, being black in America, all the names that we have been called, all the ways that we have been verbally assaulted, and y'all canceling her over that? We want to cancel her over what I just read. Like, come on, man. Come on. Y'all have got to be kidding me, man. Y'all, we want to cancel her because she said surgery doesn't make you a woman. And then she went on to say, if you want to be called a her, I will call you that because that's what you want, but that doesn't make you a woman. Like, come on, man. Like, what is like, come on, man. Are we serious? Are we serious? We gonna take Macy Gray's statement and we gonna make Macy Gray a villain because of this. Macy Gray. If I recall correctly, because I remember when Macy Gray first hit the scene. When Macy Gray first hit the scene, man, everybody thought that she was part of that community anyway. So I remember that. I remember when Macy Gray first hit the scene, everybody was associating her with that community. That's what you thought Macy Gray was gay. Heck, she still might be. I don't know. But man, I remember that when Macy Gray first hit the scene, she was getting associated with that community. So I remember that. But now they want to cancel her though. Man, they used to make fun of Macy Gray, used to make fun of her voice, all that type of stuff, man. They used to make fun of Macy Gray left and right. But now they gonna cancel her because of her opinion. But she had to endure all that type of stuff when she was bursting out on the scene and whatnot. So now she say this and now they want to cancel her. Like, come on, man. Akuma, yeah, for sure. We got to understand what it means to have a phobia. They keep throwing that word out there, man. Like, again, I keep seeing. At first, I thought this was like a joke and it wasn't really a serious movement. But like, nah, it's really serious out here. People legitimately believe, you focusing on your fitness makes you fat, like fat phobic. It's a fat phobia, like for real. Like that's an actual thing. People actually believe this, and that's crazy. When a bigger person, when an obese person shows their body, they display their body. That's called body positivity. But if I display my body, if I work out, then I have a phobia of being fat. This is where we at. So an obese person, when they walking around shirtless, it's called body positivity. When I walk around shirtless and talk about how much I like working out, is fat phobia. This is the world that we live in. It's body positivity when an obese person does it. I have a fat phobia. So it's negative when I do it, but it's okay when an obese person does it. It's not body positivity when I do it. It's body positivity when the obese person does it. Like this is the world that we live in. Body positivity. Like what is happening? Terenzo for sure. And yeah, Miss Donnie for sure. I went back and listened to some Macy Gray. Forget that, man. I'm finna add to the streams. Finna stream Macy Gray. But she already making me mad, talking about her statement was misunderstood, like she double back trying to apologize, talking about she fooled with the. Forget all of that, man. You said what you said. Stand on what you said. Wasn't nothing misunderstood. They understood exactly what you said. See, that's why I don't like that. I don't like when these entertainers make these statements and then they come out and say what I said was misunderstood. No, it was not. These people understood what you said. They understand what you said. They don't like what you said. So wasn't nothing misunderstood, Macy. They didn't misunderstand what you said. They understood what you said most definitely. And that's why they have a problem because they understood what you said and they are offended. The truth hurts the guilty, as Elijah Muhammad said. So, no, Macy, they didn't misunderstand you. They understood you correctly. And they have a problem with what you said because it was true. So now they offended. It's crazy. Oh, Lindell, exactly. But who knows in this day and age, man? We might have been here if a regular citizen said it and the right person saw it and the right person heard it. I mean, Montel for sure. The Cosmic Nader, peace. What's happening? Cadbury, peace. What's happening? Oh yeah, yep. The programming for sure. The social conditioning, all that good stuff, man. Blockhead, peace. What's happening? Andronicus, and it's already like they got to understand that it's like it's already damaged. These entertainers, they act like they was born yesterday. If you come out and you say something and you speak your truth, and then everybody you receive backlash, and then everybody responds accordingly, do they understand it makes zero sense to come out and apologize? You didn't already ruffle the people's feathers. Apologizing is doing absolutely nothing because at the end of the day, these people ain't stupid. They know you said what you said. They know you meant it, and they know that you are only apologizing to try to save face. So they know that. So at that point, there is no sense in apologizing. If I come out and I say something against that community and they respond accordingly, what sense does it make for me to apologize? It's gonna be obvious at that point. It's gonna be that's like when you in a relationship, man, and somebody did something and they didn't made you mad. You know what I'm saying? And they apologize only because they did something they didn't realize it was gonna make you that mad. So now they only apologizing because they made you mad. Like, man, no, that ain't sincere, man. So I know that I don't accept that. You only apologizing because you did something you did not know or did not think that was gonna make me mad, and it did. So the only reason you are apologizing is because you didn't make me trying to save face. Like, nah, you should have thought about what you did. You should have thought about what you said before you did and said it. You did and said it, and you knew what could come behind that. That's ridiculous. And then you got mad when I responded accordingly. Like that's it. That's the same thing, man. You come out there, you speak your truth, you know what it can cause. You know what it can cause. Like, man, if I say this, I know the response I'm gonna get. Then when I get the response, I'm gonna talk about I'm sorry. Like, it's pointless, man. You knew what you was gonna do. You knew the response you was gonna get. Presage peace. What's happening? Dominique, I'm trying to tell you, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because now these jobs they have to enforce these policies and these laws. Like stuff is weird, man. stuff is stuff is weird. Like you will get penalized, you will lose your job over something like that, man. It's weird. Like it's weird, man. Like for real, it is just weird. Airview, yes, yes, sir. That's exactly what they doing. Andronicus, exactly. That's how I feel. Like if I said it, I meant it. If I come out on a public platform, man, on a nationally broadcasted platform, if I say something on that platform, I meant exactly what I said. I'm not apologizing for what I said because best believe I thoroughly thought it out before I got on this platform and I said it. So I meant it. So I'm not taking anything back that I said on a platform like that, where I know a bunch of people gonna be watching. Man, I'm not taking anything back, man. I said it. It is what it is. Y'all either gonna fool with what I said or y'all not. But I'm not double backing. I'm not apologizing. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. Y'all misunderstood my statement. No, you didn't. You understood it correctly and you felt some type of way. Who cares? Moving on. Such is life. You know what I'm saying? We done had to, as black people, especially, you know what I'm saying? We done had to deal with verbal abuse for a very long time and we couldn't. What happened? We just had to deal with it, right? We just had to deal with the verbal abuse, man. So y'all will be all right, just like we had to be all right. The real peace. What's happening? Lindell for sure, man. And we gotta get more people to be on that accord, man. Speak your mind, man, or forever hold your peace, as they say, man. But speak your mind. We cannot be afraid to speak that mind and then stand on what it is that we said, bro. Like, come on. I remember when Nick Cannon did that, man. And then speaking of Nick Cannon, man, some funny business came out about Nick Cannon. I'm sure y'all saw that. If y'all didn't, then I might bring that back up real quick, man. But it's already something I suspected because he's part of that industry. He's part of that gay boule and whatnot, man. Y'all know how Hollywood can get. So it didn't surprise me when I read this about Nick Cannon. But when Nick Cannon said what he said about the Jews, man, Master P was like, man, I was just a little mad that he apologized about it. And that's what I'm on, man. All these entertainers and athletes that spoke out about the white Jews, they didn't have to come out and apologize. Man, I'm not apologizing. What are we apologizing for? I got the book right here. We the Black Jews. So I'm not apologizing for that, man. We got the information. We got the information. We got the information. But hold up. Let me pull up because y'all can look up y'all can look up y'all can look up this Nick Cannon situation, man. If you know anything, Kwame, peace, what's happening? If you know anything about the show Kenan and Kel, Kel Mitchell, Kel Mitchell's ex-wife, she said wait a minute, she claimed she busted him in bed with Nick Cannon wearing a cheerleader outfit. So she said, so this is Kel Mitchell's ex-wife. Was it Taisha Hampton? She said she came home and found her ex-husband, which would be Kel Mitchell, in bed with Nick Cannon. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna go ahead and leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? That's what she said. If you believe she lying, that's on you. I don't find that hard to believe. I don't find that hard to believe at all because I know and understand that industry. I know how that industry works. It's a lot of that goes on in that industry. But that's what Kel's ex-wife said. You know what I'm saying? She came to the crib, found Nick Cannon in the bed with the husband at the time, which was Kel Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't surprise me, man. That doesn't surprise. But y'all can look that up on your own, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can look that up on y'all own. I'm just giving y'all, I'm just the messenger here. We ain't confirming anything. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting y'all know what Kel Mitchell's ex-wife said. She went home and found ex-husband in the bed with Nick Cannon. You know, I'm talking about cheerleader outfits and things like that that Nick Cannon had on. Y'all know how the gay boule go in Hollywood, man. A lot of your favorite entertainers are part of this gay boule and whatnot. So a lot of them get down like that. A lot of them had to get down like that in order to get where they are at. That's just part of the game, man. Stop acting like it's brand new, you know, and stop acting like we hate. You know what I'm saying? Like we not hate because we point out these things. Some of us have been studying the industry for a minute. That's why some of us stopped pursuing certain things. You know what I mean? Like I did music, so I had to study. I studied the music industry, you know, and I was studying what folk had to do. You know what I'm saying? I was studying how folks was moving and what some folks had to do to get to certain spots in the music industry, considering who controls the music industry. So I was seeing what was happening. And then on top of that, I was studying, listen, I was studying all of the secret societies, a lot of them, the corrupt ones, you know, the ones that are controlling the media. And I was doing the knowledge to their sex rings and all the little weird stuff that they was on. Basically, the type of the R. Kelly vibes. You know what I mean? Like the R. Kelly vibes, like Bill Clinton's and George Bush's, Ronald Reagan's, all of these presidents, all these politicians, man, y'all know it. They did documentaries on this type of stuff on Netflix. They was all part of that. They were sleeping together. I mean, having big old orgy stuff like that, man. Like this is some facts. These are facts. These things happen. So don't think your favorite black entertainer in Hollywood hasn't done that, hasn't been invited to these situations, and a lot of them have partaken in these type of events. So don't think, you know what I'm saying? Don't think for 1 second that something like that is far fetched. Don't get me started on that. Y'all gonna really have me canceled. We start talking about the old gay boule, you know what I'm saying? Hollywood and the orgies and these weird, wicked parties that they be having that a lot of folks have spoken about. But that stuff is real in the field, man. Y'all think they finna just let us be in an industry where they control all of it and they acting like that and they not about to try to initiate folks into that and have them do certain things to get to certain spots? Come on, man. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. Don't even get me started on somebody like Diddy, man. Man, come on, man. Like y'all could just look at that man and tell he done got down. Like, come on. Come on now. See, people looking at all the power that the LGBTQ community got. They been had that power because Hollywood had been like that. Hollywood had been like that, man. All that type of that cross-dressing, all that J. Edgar Hoover. If y'all know, bro, if y'all look up COINTELPRO, the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover was a cross-dresser. So, like, come on now. Come on now. A lot of famous politicians, entertainers, athletes, way back in the day when it was a taboo to be gay and all that type of stuff, man, they did that stuff in secret. They was cross-dressing, they was sleeping with each other, they was doing all of this. They was doing all of this, man. Nothing new under the sun. This was happening. This was happening. This was happening. You know, so this is why this is part of the agenda, man, because this is how they always been moving. Like, come on, man. Like y'all gonna get me started. Y'all gonna really get me started on that particular industry, man. Like this, that LGBTQ, like I said, that's been they been doing that. That's Holly weird, man. Holly weird and been like that. Holly weird and been like that, man. What R. Kelly was doing, your favorite politicians then did that. They just ain't get locked up for it. You know what I'm saying? What Bill Cosby did, your favorite white politicians then did that. They just didn't get locked up for it. Those owners of sports teams, those old white owners of sports teams, they doing right now. They got some R. Kelly vibes going on. Right now, they got a bunch of young women lined up, underage women. They got all of that has happened. All of that has happened. All of it. They didn't drug women up. All of this is happening, man. All of this has happened. If you know anything about the Deshaun Watson case, the Houston Texan organization, they was helping that dude fulfill those fetishes that he had, man. They was setting it up. They was in on it. So they be all in on it, man. So stop playing, man. Stop playing. That's why, like I said, when you speak truth to power, man, you got to stand on it. Stand on what you stand because this weirdness needs to be exposed, man. The truth needs to be exposed. It needs to be revealed. This stuff is really going on, and people need to know it. Instead of everybody chunking it up to a conspiracy theory. Nah, this stuff is actual facts, man. Again, if you pursuing a certain industry and you want to make it to a certain position, man, they gonna ask you to do certain things. And if you don't do them, it's gonna be that much harder for you to make it in that industry. Not saying it's impossible to make it without doing that, but it's gonna be very hard. It's gonna be very hard. It's gonna be very, very complicated. If you reject them, if you deny, be like, I'm not doing that. I'm not sleeping with such and such. I'm not participating in these orgies. I'm not doing any of that. That's gonna close a lot of doors on you. Because you don't want to get down like that. Oh, Dominique, you talking about Gene Deal? Man, Gene Deal been exposing Puffy for a little minute. If you talking about Gene Deal, man, Gene Deal been going in on Puffy. I never liked that guy and his former bodyguard coming out exposing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to dude. Shout out to dude. Shout out to dude. But yeah, J. Edgar Hoover, man, cross-dresser, man, out here. Man, I'm talking about this stuff was really real, man. These dudes was really in that type of life. Was really living that type of what they call it a double life. Like they was really on that. They was really on it. They was really on it. You know, so we gotta stand on that truth when we speak it. Because if we don't, everybody gonna look at us like we crazy. And they be like, yeah, look at it. He ain't even standing on what he said. No, I stand on exactly what I said, man. Everything y'all just heard me talk about with the gay boule and Hollyweird, I'm standing on that. And I would get on a public platform and I would talk about it. Hence why I'm not gonna ever be on a public platform. Because they like, nah, we ain't gonna bring that on this platform. We ain't gonna do that. Like, we ain't gonna do that. Like, we ain't gonna bring that type of energy on this platform. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. That's gonna bring the wrong type of attention to our platform. So boom, let's bypass that. Let's focus on the dude that's talking bad about black people. That's adding to the division. Let's bring him on the platform. Let's bring her on the platform. That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. Oh, Kuma, man, for sure. Like I said, that's gonna be. Listen, we gonna be the odd ones out. We gonna be the odd ones out. You ain't never had no desire to no. You ain't never had no same sex experience. No, and mother's gonna be looking at us like we weird. We gonna be looked at like we straight weird out here. Oh, Dominique, for sure, man. Like I said, man, I've been talking about Diddy for a minute, man. Listen, that dude is he's definitely that way. Definitely. Man, all the sacrifices that man had made, and man, people hear sacrifices and again start talking about conspiracy theories. Dude, sacrifices has been a part of our culture for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So sacrifices ain't no conspiracy theory. We done been dealing with sacrifices ever since we didn't been here on this planet, man. We didn't been making sacrifices, man. So man, best believe people are making human sacrifices. That's a thing. That's not no myth. That's not a conspiracy. Human sacrifices have been made, man, because somebody been brainwashed some of these folks to think that they need to do that. So hey, again, y'all can hear what I'm saying. Be like, this dude crazy, this dude tripping, this conspiracy. I really don't care, man. It is what it is. You study long and hard enough, you're gonna find what I'm saying is an actual fact. But again, sacrifices have been a part of human culture for a very long time. This ain't nothing new. Human sacrifices, animal sacrifices, you name it. We done been making sacrifices, man. You name it, it's been there. It's everywhere. Everywhere you look, you're gonna see a sacrifice somewhere. So this has been part of the culture. So I don't know why people don't think human sacrifices are not a part of the culture when it comes to reaching a certain point in life or a certain position, certain status. Come on, Dominique. Exactly. But yeah, when you start talking about that in modern day, everybody talking about, all right, you conspiracy this, that, and the third. That ain't true. It's a myth. That's conspiracy. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Trying to tell you. Try to get in some of these industries. Try to get in some of these industry and you be semi-marketable and semi-talented. Boy, they gonna come at you with a request. They gonna come at you with a request. You know what I'm saying? They gonna come, request is going. They gonna make a request. Now you have the power to say no, but once you say no, look what happened to you. Hey, again, I'm just a messenger, man. I'm just a messenger. This ain't stuff that I done made up. This is stuff that has been researched, man. You know, I'm going off of people that were in these industries, that then told the stories, man, that then read about them, things like that, that then been around the folks, that then been in this joint, doing some of this wicked nonsense. Like, it ain't nothing new under the sun, man. You know, I done read whole books on these politicians doing this crazy nonsense and how they not getting caught doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done read about Bill Clinton, and I done read about Hillary Clinton sending the hush money or going up to the women that Bill Clinton was messing with, telling them that they better be quiet or else, making threats to them. I read about this, man. Like, I read about this more than one book. This was happening. She knew what Bill Clinton was doing. They was trying to uphold an image, though. You know what I'm saying? So she knew Bill Clinton was out here foul. You know what I mean? And she was going up to these women, getting right up in their face, threatening them. Like, hey, you need to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? If you say something, then this is what's going to happen to you. We're going to make your life a living hell. You ain't going to never be able to work again in this country. Woo, woo, woo. This is what was happening. This is what was happening. This is what is still happening. You know, so hey, this is real in the field. Don't believe me, like I said, go try to get in politics. Go try to make it to a certain, be a woman and try to get to a certain level in politics and see what start happening to you. See all these men in that industry. See what they start trying to request of you. I mean, you be a young man, see what happens to you. Just try to get up in these industries and see what start happening to you. I'm just saying, man, if y'all think I'm lying, if y'all think I'm not telling the truth, go ahead and try to make it in these industries. Try to make it to the very top. Try to make it to the very top and see what happens. See the treatment that you receive. See the treatment. Dominique, if I'm not mistaken, Gary Trent is your people's, right? Which again, I definitely believe that. Kwame for sure. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Like for sure, 100%. 100%. Kuma, man, they'll try to find every angle, man. They'll try to find every angle. Every angle. They gonna study you. You know, they gonna find out what you're interested in. All of that. And they gonna try to meet you there. Like that's what they do. If they feel like money is something that can get you, they're gonna offer you money. If they feel like living in a certain area is gonna get you, they're gonna offer you that. Like they gonna study you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna see what you like, they're gonna see what you dislike, they're gonna study your upbringing. They're gonna say, all right, this person is financially, they ain't never been poor, they always been decent in a decent spot financially. So we know money not gonna work, so we gonna offer them X, Y, and Z. They gonna study you. They gonna study you. Javon, peace, what's happening? Javon, man, whoo, man, the videos that I used to watch, it's hard to find a lot of. But I used to listen to a lot of Steve Coakley. Just type in his name. So this is how I did it. So I was coming across a lot of Steve Coakley and Professor Griff back in the day. Uh, and what I would do, this is how I operate. They quote a lot of books. So if I want to know something, I say, okay, cool. I like what they talking about. Every book that they mention, I would read it. You know, and Professor Griff, he wrote several books. So I just bought his books, and then in those books, this is how Professor Griff did it. And I want to see if I can find one. I know I got Professor Griff book around somewhere. But Professor Griff in his books, he would mention a lot of movies. He would mention a lot of music, like all the stuff that he mentioned. I would go watch the movies. I would go read the books, and then I would go listen to the songs and watch the videos, all of that. But Professor Griff was good in mentioning movies and other books. So I would just order a lot of books and I will watch a lot of movies off of what Professor Griff will recommend. I'm trying to see if I see Professor Griff's joint behind me, man. If so, I'm gonna grab that joint. But I know I didn't show that book a few times in here. I don't see it. I don't see it off the top, man. I know that joint should be somewhere behind me, man. But that's a powerful book. The Psychological Covert War on Hip Hop. I don't see it, but man, yeah, that Professor Griff book, it just had a lot of references in it. Man, I know that book is somewhere behind. It's somewhere right in my face. Which I'm gonna grab two books right here, man. Let you know. There go three. Let y'all know, man. We be doing the knowledge. We don't just be talking. Here go one. I read this book a while back. Secret Societies right here. Boom. Secret societies inside the Freemasons, the Yakuza, Skull and Bones, and the world's most notorious secret organizations. That's this book right here. Boom. I read this one. And then this is a book that I got from Professor Griff, like his recommendation, Pawns in the Game. Man, this is one of the best. This book, listen, just get this book. This book describes what's happened. This book right here, Pawns in the Game. This is the one. And I got this solely off of Professor Griff recommendation. As soon as he recommended it, I found it, I ordered it. Boom, I read this book twice. But grab this book, man. Pawns in the Game. It's letting you know how we are pawns in this game. It's letting you know what the game is. It's letting you know how we are being used as pawns in the game. It's a classic joint. Definitely grab this. And then the one I was talking about with Clinton, the Clintons' war on women. See, you know what I'm saying? Everybody be fooling with Bill Clinton. Clinton was the first black president. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Just read this book, The Clintons' War on Women. You know, so we got a lot of those type of books around here, man. And I keep a lot of those books on deck because for one, they're gonna stop selling a lot of these books, so it's gonna be hard to find them. You know, so I gotta make sure I get them. Then we gotta break them books down, man, and we gotta teach that information because again, people need to know these things. People need to know these things. People need to know these things, man. Again, people be thinking we out here straight lying and making stuff up. Like, why would we do that? How's that benefiting us to make this type of stuff up, especially when you know the type of heat that you're gonna receive? You know what I mean? Like, come on. So we got to come with our facts. What did dude say? I forgot the scientist's name, but he said extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So when we coming out here letting you know how weird Hollywood is, we got to have the extraordinary evidence. That's how we got to operate. You know, straight up. But we gonna come with it. We gonna come with the evidence. I'm trying to see if I got some more around here somewhere, man. Cause you know those books serve a nice purpose. Let me see. Let me see if we got some. Nah, we ain't got no more around me, man. We ain't got no more. I had to turn around, man, to go break down a lot of those books, man. But we breaking them down. Dominique, yeah, Gary Webb, I already know. Hey, and another good book, Population Control. Was it Jim Mars? That's another one. Codex Magica. That's another book from Professor Griff that I broke down, and that deals with symbolism. Like for real, man. We was into it. I can start naming these books now, but man, Codex Magica. That's another good one. That's another good book. Look that book up. Look that book up, man. Codex Magica, man. That's one of them ones, man. It deals a lot with the symbolism, so you'll start understanding. It'll never be the same when you watching movies and whatnot. Never be the same. It'll never be the same. But yeah, Javon, that's all that I would do, man. I would watch videos like Steve Coakley and Professor Griff, and once I started reading books that they recommended, then it was easy from there because then I read a book and that book will recommend another book. So I just kept grabbing all the books that was recommended. So it was real simple, man, real simple. But I started with them too for the most part. But I was watching a lot of them, man, way back in the day. A lot of the videos that I was watching back in the day, you can't find them today. You know, I'm talking about 12 plus years ago that I'm watching these videos. YouTube been got rid of those videos. You can still find some Stephen Copeland, some old Professor Griff joints from back then, but not the ones that I was watching. You know, and then of course I was watching my boy Khalid Muhammad and all of that. You know, I was watching all of them, man. And every time somebody recommend a book, I make sure I grab it. I make sure I grab it. I make sure I read it. You know, so it's real simple. Real simple, man. But YouTube wasn't playing with a lot of them, man, with a lot of that information. So a lot of those folks, man, they no longer around on YouTube in the YouTube streets. You know, those people needed our protection and didn't get it, man. You know, and I watched a lot of Amos N. Wilson too. So I got some Amos N. Wilson. Like Amos N. Wilson got the book, The Blueprint for Black Power, and then at the back of that book, man, you know, he just recommended a lot of books. So the recommended readings, I was going through that, man. I was just trying to get a lot of those books that was recommended that I could find, because he was real deep off into the politics, man. I got a lot of books. Man, it's a book. I'm gonna see if I can find it. It's a book that I got from The Shadows of Power, the Council on Foreign Relations and the American Decline. I got that book from reading some Amos N. Wilson, The Shadows of Power, the Council on Foreign Relations and the American Decline. Grab that book. I got it somewhere around here, but as y'all see, I got a lot of books. I ain't got time to be trying to find it. But The Shadows of Power, man, I think I got that book via reading Amos N. Wilson. And that's another powerful book, talking about the Council on Foreign Relations, exposing some things. You know, I got a book called The Bilderbergs. You know what I'm saying? The Bilderberg Group. The Bilderberg Group. I got that book around here somewhere. The True Story of the Bilderberg Group. Go find that book. I'm telling y'all. Go look up all these books. Go find all these books that I'm telling y'all about and read them. The True Story of the Bilderberg Group. Get that book. Get that book. That was an important read for me, man. The True Story of the Bilderberg Group. Now, again, like I said, you're gonna read books like this and they're gonna tell you, oh, that ain't true, this ain't true. Nah, these books actual facts. These books actual facts, man. They just make these people that pursue these missions appear as crazy. The Creature from Jekyll Island, you know, that that kind of gives you a breakdown of the Federal Reserve. I got that book around here. Matter of fact, that book right here. Now I'm afraid to pull it. It might knock all my books down, but I'm finna grab that book. Let me see. Yeah, we finna knock these books down, man. I don't care, they're gonna fall. But let me grab this book. Yep. Here you go. Boom. The Creature from Jekyll Island. So people don't think that we just out here playing around. Like I literally have all of these books, these powerful books. Literally. Like I have most of them. The Creature from Jekyll Island. So I'm not just talking to y'all. Like I literally have the reading material that I'm talking about when I'm talking about these things. It literally breaks down the Federal Reserve right there. That's another powerful joint. Just let you know how wicked a lot of this stuff is. Kyle, peace. What's happening? So it gives you like a history of the Federal Reserve, man. It talks about the Rockefellers, the Morgans, all of these folks, man. It talks about these families, how they came together for, man. It breaks it down, man. It breaks it down. It breaks the corruption down. You know, I got books on the Knights of Templar. I got books on, man. All of that, man. All of that. The Rothschilds, all that type of stuff, man. All of it. Kevin, what you say? There's always a saying, no good deed is never go unpunished. Does that mean we should never go out of our way to help someone and stay in our lane? I would say I wouldn't say all of that. You know, I wouldn't say all of that. But again, you help somebody because you want to, not because you feel obligated to do it. So again, anytime that I decide to help someone is because I wanted to, you know, because that's just who I am. I'm a helpful person. You know, so at the end of the day, man, hey, you receive the energy that you dish out. So again, you know, helping people, that energy gonna come back to you, man, if you did that sincerely. So I would never say that. Now again, I'm not gonna continuously go out of my way. you know what I'm saying, to help somebody that I know is using that, like using me for that. Like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that now. Like, if I know you trying to take advantage of my kindness, then nah, I'm definitely not going out of my way to help you when that's the case. Like, that ain't happening. Then another book that I forgot, man, that's around here, The $1 Trillion Conspiracy. Now that book is definitely behind me, but I ain't finna get up and grab it. But The $1 Trillion Conspiracy, that's another good one. $1 Trillion Conspiracy. Grab that book. That book talks about a lot too. The $1 Trillion Conspiracy. That's another good one, man. But again, like I said, man, this is an unpopular way to live, man. To be building like this, to be talking like this is very unpopular, and y'all know why. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know why. Plenty of people can have this type of message, and y'all done seen what happened to them as far as their character being assassinated, them being assassinated. We done saw this. So again, it lets you know how powerful these words are, how powerful this information can be, because you got these groups of people that don't want this information to get out, and they will prevent this information from getting out by any means. And when we say getting out, we talking about getting out to a large group of people, millions of people. When your influence spreads out to hit millions of people, like, they got a problem. Now you got to go. You got to go. Got to silence you. We got to make you appear crazy, assassinate your character, or you just gonna have to go. You just gonna have to go. We can't have this powerful influence. We can't have it. Like, we can't have it at all. So, like, the world was extra sensitive back then in regards to these type of truths, but now it done got 20 times worse, man. It done got 20 times worse, man. The world was sensitive then. Now it's definite. It's just even more sensitive now. You know, back then it was more so you can't say anything about the government, this, that, and the third. Now that has expanded its reach. Like, now you can't say something about a man or a woman. Like, it's just really sensitive now. Jay, peace. What's happening, my brother? What's the word? Yeah, so it's really extra sensitive now, man. You can't say anything. You can't say anything, man. They want the real ones to just remain silent. That's it. Like, they got it to a point where you gotta thoroughly watch what you say, man. It don't take anything to offend somebody these days. It don't take anything. Man, I mean, like I said, I grew up in an era where we was joning. We talked about each other. Like, that's what we did. You can't do that these days. People start crying, get emotional. Like, this the era that I come from, man. We gonna joke on one another, man. That's just what we gonna do. And nothing is off limits. Nothing is off limits. But nowadays, man, you can't even be a comedian and talk about a certain group of people. They want to cancel you when that's your job. Like, that's your job. Like, you are a comedian. Your job is to talk about people, make folks laugh. When you do that, now people get offended. And now you might get canceled as a whole entire comedian. This is where the world is at. This is where the world is at, man. So that's why I appreciate people like Macy Gray only when they stand on it. Now, Macy Gray already talking about she trying to go back on what she said. You know what I'm saying? Talking about it was misunderstood. But when they stand on their truth, I love it. I love it. If you know, man, I ain't hear about that. I'm gonna have to tap in, do the knowledge. Antonio, my brother, for sure. But they more outraged about what she said versus them trying to cancel her. They really trying to redefine what a woman is out here, man. They trying to redefine what a woman is. They trying to redefine what a man is. They trying to redefine it. 20 years ago, this was a very simple conversation. This was very simple. It was not this complicated 20 years ago. Now that conversation is very complicated in regards to man and woman and the definitions. It's very complicated. Oh, Dominique for sure, y'all. Yeah, she was behind a lot of that. But hey, everybody loved the Clinton family. You know, everybody loved the Clinton family. But yeah, she was behind a lot of that, man. They was behind a lot of that, man. Bill Clinton didn't care nothing about black folks. Hillary Clinton didn't care nothing about black folks. Yet everybody wanted Hillary Clinton to win. Hillary Clinton, man, I remember when I said it back in the day, I said, man, Hillary Clinton might be worse than Trump. And everybody was like, what? It don't get worse than Trump. I'm like, man, y'all don't know. I said, man, it's one thing. I would prefer the overt individual over the covert individual. The racists that's in the closet trying to act like they fool with us but don't. That's Hillary Clinton. That's Bill Clinton. That's what they are. They don't care nothing about black folks. And I was saying it back then, and everybody was coming at my neck. Man, there's so much evidence out here. If you just study Hillary, you would have been like, ooh, she ain't no better than this dude. But we making him the boogeyman. Air view, that's crazy. Yeah, I gotta tap in. I gotta tap into that. I gotta tap in that internet piece between what's happening. I gotta tap into that story. I gotta look into that. That's crazy, and that doesn't surprise me. It's crazy, but sadly, it doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all. Dominique, for sure, man. I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check that out for sure. Right on, right on. I'm gonna definitely check that out. Yeah, Airview, that does not surprise me. The timing of that, I'm about to patent an engine that's ran off of water. Boom, now I'm killed in a mass shooting. See, and that's why we got to be mindful, man. When you speak in a certain type of language, man, you gotta watch where you go, because best believe they tracking that. They tracking it. Next thing you know, a mass shooting happened exactly where you at. Ironically, like nope. Like nope. You gotta be mindful, man. You always gotta keep your head on a swivel, man. And that's why my head is always on the swivel, man. That's why I'm always watching for things like that. Like my head is constantly on the swivel, man, because I ain't playing around. Yeah, Antonio, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's the reason why you have the prefix, and they trying to add all these other prefixes. Like, nah, back in the day, 20 years ago, somebody looked at me, they was like, that's a man. And then you look at that, that's a woman. Man, we ain't had no cis this, no trans. Like, come on, man. Nobody got time for that. So it's a whole reason why that prefix is added, because you already know that you're not naturally that. There would be no, if you was a woman by birth, like if that's just what you were by birth, then we would not need to call you a trans woman. You would just be a woman naturally. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, stop playing with us, man. Stop playing with us. Dominique, man, you already know. I can vent about that for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even finna go there. Y'all already know I done had that type of experience. I done had that type of experience for sure. More than one occasion. Like that's crazy. But that happens way too often. They swear that type of discrimination doesn't happen. But it does. And we know that it does, man. We know that it does. Y'all ain't fooling us. Y'all ain't fooling us one bit. But y'all, man, I gotta make my move, man. I ain't have too much time today, but I did just want to chop it up with y'all, man. I ain't streamed in like a day or two. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to get on here and chop it up, man. So it was peace, as always, man. So I appreciate y'all taking a little time out y'all day, man, and listen to the build and add y'all 2 cents, man. It's always peace, man. We ain't got time to play around. Hey, we just trying to reveal some things, and we trying to support the people that standing on a square, man. That ain't afraid to speak out against these, you know what I'm saying, these fun boys out here, these fun boys, these fun girls out here. Y'all know who we talking about. So we appreciate those people, man, that get on these platforms and speak that truth to power, and they stand on what they say. But man, with that being said, I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Wednesday. I gotta get out here, head back up to this gym, finish off these sessions, man. Y'all be easy, y'all stay healthy and peaceful out here. Peace.